The land down under has never been easier to reach. United Airlines has more flights between the US and Australia than any other US airline, so you can fly nonstop to destinations like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Explore dazzling cities, savor the very best of Aussie cuisine, and get up close and personal with the wildlife. Who doesn't want to hold a koala? Go to united.com/Australia to book your adventure.
If you spend any time on foodie TikTok or Instagram, you've probably already heard this.
I'm so hungry.
The delightful catchphrase of the Korean mama. Jane Kim and her son have over 1 million followers on social media, watching as they enthusiastically dine at Portland area restaurants. And in addition to Ed's hilarious editing and Jane's endless charm, what I most appreciate about their videos is that they're frequently eating at spots located in our city's outer burbs. So I've gotten so many great recommendations for places I would have never heard of otherwise. So today on CityCast Portland, we're asking the Korean mama and Korean son about what it's like being a food influencer mother-son duo and what each of their top 3 picks are for their favorite Portland area restaurants. And just a note that we are censoring the names of a couple restaurants because we love and support our local businesses even when there is tea to be spilled. It's Thursday, August 29th. I'm Claudia Mesa, and this is what Portland's talking about. So you started filming these videos when, Ed, you had just finished medical school and your residency and you were looking for ways to spend time together. That's what I've been told. What did you guys think was going to come out of this project? Like, did you imagine this is what was going to happen?
Not at all, no. Well, me and Mom have always been pretty close through all of my school because I went out of state for undergrad and medical school. But even during then, I would always just call Mom at least once a week and just kind of catch up. And then when I moved back into town for residency, I was like, hey, we can spend time in person together, and just started filming our outings and then posting them, and people just started following. And yeah, it's still kind of crazy to me. It hasn't I can't wrap my head around it quite yet still.
Ed, were you born and raised in the area? Or tell me about your history in the city along with your mom. Where were you guys from?
Yeah, well, I was born in Los Angeles. That's where my parents met. And after my 3rd birthday, what I was told was that Mom read a book by this Korean author about how great Portland was, and basically dropped everything and drove me up the coast and then into Portland. And I grew up in the Beaverton area since I was 3 years old. So that's the story I was told by Mom. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Isn't that great to be here?
Yes.
Do you remember the book? What was the book?
The writer is a Korean that I know. I don't even remember his name, but he really liked that, all kinds of forest, clear air and not too many traffic, and really good for the education. So we just, trust what he's wrote in the book. And that's why we all packed up, let's go, and then up here.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he lied to you? Or do you feel like it worked out?
I think they were pretty honest. I've asked Mom, I was like, do you want to, move to another city? Because she has family in LA and stuff like that. And she's like, no, I like it here in Portland. So, and she's been here her whole life since. So I don't think we're going to be moving anytime soon.
Do you remember the first restaurant that you two filmed at?
The first restaurant that we filmed at was, I think it was Gogi, the Korean barbecue restaurant. The all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue restaurant on Powell, KKOKI.
Yeah.
We just started filming it and decided to just post it because, I just heard so many people on Instagram and TikTok, and I was like, that doesn't seem that hard. I could probably do that. So I just posted it once, and then it just kind of triggered we're going out to eat consistently every week, and then it just caught on, I guess.
I mean, I know that you are now recognizable. I mean, do you guys feel local celebrities? When you go into restaurants, are people just rolling out the stuff red carpet, free drinks? Like, are you feeling it more and more?
Not a little bit. I'm just surprised wherever I go, and too many people recognize, even though my workplace, they want to say hello. And then one day I remember a couple of days ago that lady came to me and she said, I had a dream of you. Then that's what I want to see you. Then now I see you. And,
Aw. Yeah, I mean, it's sweet, but also just a little like, thank you. I would.
Yeah, I will say I'm far less recognized or called out in public, which is I'm not complaining about because most of the time I'm behind the camera and just editing the videos. But just going out with mom, definitely almost everywhere we go, at least someone says hi, or sometimes we'll go to a restaurant and we don't even expect, we just try to go, we don't let them know or anything. We just show up and then all of a sudden they're just like bringing out extra dishes or extra drinks or something. And I mean, we're very appreciative, but sometimes we just go for a quick bite and we're not that hungry. And then there's like 4 or 5 dishes in front of us and we feel obligated to
Oh,
eat
no.
eat it all.
Yeah, that sounds like a struggle, Ed.
Yeah, I don't know, I think I told mom this, but an unexpected result of mom's fame, I guess, is that I have now needed to delete all of my dating apps because people will message me on there and say, oh my God, I
Oh
love
my
your
God.
mom. Or they'll just say, I'm so hungry, ha ha ha. Or they'll send me even links of our own TikToks and give me
Yeah.
comments about them directly through the dating apps.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I just deleted it.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but I'm
yeah.
so hungry in the wrong context is like, you're just like, not cute, not
Yeah.
cute. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what response they expect from me after that, but it's crazy.
Oh my God. Okay, Ed, I'm sorry. That is a struggle. That is a struggle.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll take a free appetizer over that anyway.
Well, I've noticed that I've now just recently you've occasionally gotten some criticism for exposing your mother to a good time, too many good times. People are just like, "Oh, this is gonna be so bad for her health," and like they're so concerned about your mother. And I love your responses, but like, can you like, how does that make you guys feel?
Yeah, they can say that, but they think I drink all the time because of to see, but actually not. Just just taste it and then give them a reaction. Then how that is good or not, and then yeah, it's okay. I have to be nice, right? All the time.
Well, and it's easy because mom is nice all the time, and
Mhm.
I'm a little, sassy pants, and so I have to kind of rein myself in sometimes because everyone thinks whatever they see on the internet is like the entirety of everything, and it really is just a slight glimpse into our day-to-day stuff. So a lot of times in our videos, whatever you see us eat is usually all we eat, and then we usually pack the rest to go home, or we give it to our friends or whatever. And then when it
Mhm.
comes to the drinking or the alcohol, yeah, we do like a quarter of a shot of something new mom's never tried before just so she can experience it. Or if we go to a restaurant, people are buying it for her or bringing it to her,
Mhm.
or something
I've
like
seen
that.
that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just in fun. And I promise I'm looking out for mom's health and making sure that nothing bad happens.
I love it.
Whenever I see those comments, I'm like, oh, come on, guys.
Yeah,
Like, just enjoy your life and let them enjoy theirs.
yeah.
Before we jump into your top picks of where to eat in Portland, I have a selfish question to ask. And here's why. So, my partner of 12 years, her mother is Korean. She is from Washington and she grew up in the Northwest. But recently, my partner's brother had a baby and they all moved to Atlanta. The mom did, and she's not having a good time in Atlanta because she can't find her community. So when she came to visit us, she was so excited because she was back in the Northwest, and she was like, "Please take me to a Korean restaurant." And her mom basically was like, "Hey guys, I'm taking you out to dinner tonight." We were just like, "Oh, let's take her to like the good old." It's just a sweet mom and pop, but we didn't know that they had switched into the barbecue. She was so disappointed with the food that she made us pay for it. She was like, I'll pay for the next meal. We're just like, we're here because of you. It made us, like, we're both embarrassed. We just thought this was going to be totally chill, like, as it always is. We didn't know it's switched up. So, you guys, what's the signifier of a killer Korean restaurant? Like, when you're walking in, what's a telltale sign of just like, nah, guys, it's not going to be a good meal for you here?
So first of all, when you go to Korean restaurant, there's so many banchan, except the main order that you order it. But main banchan, so many banchan, you can taste a little bit each one. Then they can tell. Then they make a really good. You can taste it first. And actually, most of the Korean things the spicy, and then the soup, and you can tell when you taste it. That's what.
That's not entirely helpful for someone who's not Korean, because they're gonna be like, "How do you taste it?" Like,
I don't know.
yeah. But I mean, I think that we don't have a lot of options in Portland anyway, so it's not like we have a whole lot of places to choose from. And so we want to welcome as many Korean places that open up here in Portland. But yeah, I think the places that look more like a hole in the wall, or you can tell that they haven't invested their entire budget just on aesthetics, I think is a good sign, because then they're spending their money more on the food and other things other than just the appearance of it. Go to Oma restaurant in Hillsborough.
Oma?
Oma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oma. Oh, isn't that like mom?
Yeah.
You should go there. That is really strongly recommended for really good Korean food restaurant. I really strongly suggest that you go there. Whatever the menu you order it, you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it.
Okay, we call her Mama Lee. We'll take Mama Lee to Amma next time she's visiting. Thank you. Okay, well, let's take a quick break here, and when we come back, Jane and Ed's top restaurant picks. This year's Calvin and Mayho Tanabe Address, which is the annual lecture the OHSU Foundation puts on that brings thought-provoking speakers to Portland, is featuring a non-human keynote speaker for the first time in its nearly 10-year history. They're actually hosting Sophia the Robot, an AI-powered humanoid who has spoken at the UN and is the first machine to receive citizenship. Sophia has captured the imaginations of global audiences since her debut at South by Southwest 8 years ago. Her interactive talk takes place on Wednesday, November 13th at the Newmark Theater. It's all about the awe-inspiring potential of AI and robotics to advance healthcare and life sciences. So go grab your tickets today at ohsufoundation.org/Tanabe. That's TANABE. There are so many meal kits and food delivery service options out there, but imagine having your own personal chef that does all the planning, shopping, cooking, and even cleaning. They also take your dietary goals and restrictions in mind. Every meal customizable and made fresh to order in your own kitchen. And on top of all that, it's affordable, priced similarly to grabbing takeout. Sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, Chefs for Senior is doing just that. They're a one-of-a-kind in-home meal preparation service that doesn't just deliver meals, they provide the chef. And it's not just for seniors, they're also serving those recently discharged from the hospital, new parents, and those who would rather just have someone else do the cooking so they can focus on the things they'd rather do. Check it out for yourself at chefsforseniors.com/portland.or. That's chefsforseniors.com/portland.or. Okay, so what are your top 3 restaurants in Portland?
Okay, the
She
restaurant.
has-
No.
She has a list.
I want to say, yay! I want to say yes. I love a prepared queen.
Maybe 3 top restaurant that I really love it, and Gabbiano. That is an Italian restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a super great places. I mean, I really love it.
Oh my God.
And then East Glissant, that is a pizza house. That is a really, really the pizza I ever had, like that good pizza with
East Gleason Pizza Lounge.
Oh, nice.
That is a ranch dressing. They made a homemade. It was really good with the pizza. That I love that place. And then How about it's the Prime Tap?
Prime Tap House.
The Prime Tap House is the chicken wing.
Yeah.
So all kinds of
Yeah.
flavor. I love that place.
Yeah.
There. So,
Oh, and is that the one in Hillsboro and Beaverton?
yes, because of the
Cool,
chicken
cool.
so crispy. Even though lot of sauce outside, I still can taste the crispy. There's a juicy inside. That is really really good. With the
Good chicken wings.
yes, that is a really good place.
We know you love your chicken wings, and I love how much you loved your chicken wings.
Especially the flat.
Oh, the flats? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to Mosaic Tap House over I don't know if you guys have ever come to St. John's. They do Vietnamese street food, and they have these amazing fish sauce wings that are so good. But they don't do flats. They do like the whole wing. But it's really good. And Ed, it's gay. It's owned by these two beautiful like dudes who they're married, and they just were like, we just wanted to like make a tap house that was like more queer representative, because they're just like beer is not usually synonymous with gay culture.
Oh, wow. That sounds interesting.
You guys should go check it out.
Yeah. But I'm always looking for recommendations, so that's great.
But again, they don't do flats, so your mom might be a little disappointed.
As long as there's a bone in it. She like refuses to eat like chicken tenders because she's like, there's no bone. It needs to have a bone in it. So like we'll go to a restaurant and then she'll ask the server specifically, is it bone in? Is it bone in?
I love that. I would love to hear your picks, Ed.
Oh, top 3. Well, we just went to Pho Win in like the Raleigh Hills area in Southwest, and that is a place that I have been going to for years, and recently took mom there. But their pho is like incredible. I think it's our favorite pho place in town.
Over Pho, Oregon? Sorry, I'm a Pho, Oregon girly. Ooh,
have you been
okay.
to Pho Win? Have you been to Pho Win on Southwest 77?
No.
It's in a tiny little strip mall. It's the same family that's been doing it for years and years and years. They still recognize us, and like they're great. And their chili oil, which is like up by the front register, it's self-serve. It's incredible. I want pho now. Okay, so that place is incredible. We also recently went to a place out in Gresham called K-Food Grill, which is pretty like authentic Korean food in a place that I feel like in that area has like probably very few options for Korean food, but they did a really, really good job there. I really liked when we went to Warsugai. I remember being pleasantly surprised by like their vegetable side dishes. Like their cabbage side dish was surprisingly good. I think it's like inner southeast, but they have a really fun interior space and interesting cocktails. And I think the reason why I like it is because their menu is inspired by a lot of old school Asian dishes that were in the Beaverton, Portland area. So like we grew up going to Lynn's China Jade out in Beaverton, and that place is no longer there. But some of their dishes at Warsugai is inspired by the dishes like that I grew up on at other Chinese restaurants.
Yeah, the almond chicken, right? Something like that. I remember.
Yeah. The almond chicken, the kangkong shrimp.
Yeah.
Can I shout out one more place?
Of course, yeah.
Anam VL on Belmont. Remember when we went for the late night and you made your own spring rolls?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they're a family restaurant. They own like Ha VL and the other Vietnamese like soup restaurants. But Anam VL, I think it's like the grandparents that do rotating soups in the mornings, like 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something like that. And every day is a different type. They offer different soups. And then in the evenings, at least for the summer, they do kind of like Vietnamese street food at nighttime. And so we were able to get like little fried crablets or make your own spring rolls and then have like nice drinks and cocktails and stuff like that. And a totally different vibe at night. And mom and I had a really great time there. So
Yeah, I love that. I wrapped it in a roll up, and that was so fun, and that was really fresh inside and ingredient. I enjoyed that a lot for that. So I told my son that next time we come here again.
yeah.
Now, what are one or two meals? And again, we don't trash restaurants. We don't trash small businesses in the podcast. But what are one or two meals that you didn't think you were going to like, but like really surprised you? That you're just like, we came here. We don't know if we're going to like this, but you were just like, wow, this was awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, mom
I
had.
can say that. I can say
Okay.
that.
Yeah. What do you have?
Ethiopian, Ethiopian,
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Ethiopian is so good. Yes.
and then Indian food.
Hmm.
So because Ethiopian, the dishes came out to the table, and then I really surprised at what I look because it's so
Hmm.
colorful, and then no sided dishes, anything, no pork, anything. So I have to use my hand. Oh, that is really fun. And then after that, and I can smell it right away, and all kinds of things in every smells come to my nose and then what is this? And then okay, mom, try. And then really surprised. Wow, this is I never ever because I never even thinking that try that food with my bare hand and then unique flavor I never had before. Not even thinking that. But
Right?
that makes me wow, kind of a goosebump.
Hmm.
I really enjoy that. And then Indian food because the what is the smell or flavor, the smell. I don't think I can like. I like it, but I tried
Hmm.
the one time, and then oh my gosh, this is another new word for the food word for me. So kind of 오묘하다 그러지?
I, don't-
오묘하다.
I forgot how to translate. I know that word, but I forgot how to translate that in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now she's like, we found a few Indian buffets, and so now she's like, let's go to Indian buffet so she can try a little of everything.
Yeah, that is a really good
Nice.
another try because of the Indian buffet. You go to an Indian restaurant, you order the few dishes, and then you can even taste all the Indian food. But it's a buffet. This is a really good place that the people who kind of oh, I don't like the Indian food. Let's go, and then you can taste what you can find what you like. So that is really
Hmm.
places. Yeah.
What's one of your favorite Indian buffets?
We went to a place in Beaverton that we really liked. I think it was called Ganesh Indian Cuisine.
Ganesh Indian cuisine.
Yeah, Ganesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we go
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. We also really like Namaste, but the Sandy one, because I think there's two different ones, but the one on Sandy, um, that was one of the first ones that I took mom to, but it was had such a huge and very clean selection of stuff. And then they also had mango soft serve ice cream that we really liked.
It was
Okay, now I'm not asking you to name names, but if you ever find a place you two really don't like what happens to that footage?
Oh, okay. I will tell you, we've had two places to date that we've gone and filmed videos for, but we have decided not to post it. And it's not because the food was bad, it was because either mom got a sense of like, oh, they're just using us for marketing or they're just using us for
Oh.
content. It feels very transactional. Can I just tell the story? Okay, there's one restaurant that
We don't have to name the restaurant, or you can and we'll beep it.
okay, just beep this part. Okay,
Okay.
we went to they reached out to us on Instagram DMs, and a lot of times like when you have the following that mom has, a lot of time these restaurants reach out because they want us to highlight their food, and we understand that mom has influence, and so yeah, we will go and help out and whatever, but we never charge restaurants any money unless it's like a brand deal or something that's done through our management team. Otherwise, we just show up or if someone DMs us, we go. But anyway, they reached out and they said, oh, hey, we'd love to invite you. We'd love to host you. And they were the ones who reached out to us first. And anyway, we go, and long story short, they didn't really let us eat because they were too busy talking to us while our food was like getting cold and our noodles were getting all swollen. And they were talking to us for like 20 minutes and we're just staring at our food, but we want to be nice because they invited us and are hosting us. And they kept like, bringing mom drinks and stuff like that. And then they brought us
Mhm.
the bill for everything, which was like, okay.
You didn't even order
And
that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, or they
Oh.
would just say, "Hey, you want another drink? You want another drink?" And then
Mhm.
mom would just thought they're just bringing me drinks, so she was like, "Okay." Didn't know that they were like what, $15 a pop for a drink or something like that,
Oh my
and then
God.
we get the bill, but we didn't argue because we never explicitly said in our DMs like is this meal going to be comped? Is this going to be free? Or, anything like that. It wasn't the fact that it was comped or not, because we usually pay for our meals anyways. But the way that they reached out and invited us first, and then also the way they treated us there made it seem like, okay, we're going to exchange a meal for a video. Then they messaged us after saying, hey, when are you going to post the video about our restaurant? Because we want to be prepared for the people that are coming in. And so that whole experience felt very like, hey, we just want your marketing, whatever. And so that was one place that we didn't have the greatest experience.
Oh my gosh.
That place really makes me, feel terrible because even though we don't care, we pay, we always pay, but, I cannot eat. They're all cold. Keep talking, I ignore them. They talk to us.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what I eat. I don't know, so cold things. And they keep offering me the drink. Okay.
The food was good. I will say the food was good, but from start to finish, I was like, man, yeah. You can tell it left a little bit of an impression on Mom.
Your mom's still mad. Your mom's still mad. She's like, that video, I think you made the right decision.
And I never said that I wouldn't post it. I just said like, hey, I haven't posted the video yet because of XYZ, and I told them why. And then, this conversation was just something that happened between me and and then someone commented on one of our older videos, totally unrelated. Someone commented something like, oh, I heard what happened at and how you refused to post a video because you didn't get a free meal. Being an influencer isn't about just getting free meals and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, there's some conversations happening in the back. And I was like, girl, I'm over this. So. And then they deleted their comment like a day or two later, and I just was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't post the video now.
The tea. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not all glitz and glamour.
You're like, sometimes it's awkward.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, thankfully that's not like the bulk of your experience. It seems like the reason I love watching your videos is that you really do make our food scene here in Portland feels so connected in a way, just like your mom's enjoyment, just her genuine enjoyment of anything new that or even when she doesn't like it, it's hilarious. Like I remember you guys were at this Asian festival. I forget what it's called, but like she was eating
White Lotus Summer Market?
Yes, the White Lotus Summer Market. Do you remember that? And she was like, they didn't force her, but they're just like, you should eat this really weird thing. And like, you'll chase it with a tequila shot. Do you remember that?
My gosh, because I just thinking that I don't want to taste this. I don't want to taste what it tastes like. And then I just hurry to swallow because I cannot spit it out, right? So that's
what was it? Could you explain what it was?
It was balut, that fertilized duck embryo. So it basically is like a developing duck embryo, which, sometimes they have like feathers and like a little beak and like you can see the whole thing in it. And, it's a delicacy in certain countries, but we never grew up eating it. And this was it was my first time trying it too. But they gave Mom mostly the yolk part and they gave me like the actual body part of it, which, was very kind of them. But, I should have filmed my reaction. But yeah.
Did you swallow it as well, Ed?
Yeah, I think I'm a bit more adventurous. Like I don't get as grossed out about little, things like that. But I was like, let me get the full experience of it. And I want to try it in the actual full egg because I heard if you have it in the actual egg and you crack it, there's like juice you can drink on. And it apparently tastes like chicken soup.
Ooh.
And so I want to try that.
Would you try it again?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I'll try it again.
No, because even though to look at, when I see it, I feel like, oh, how can I eat those? Even already, portion there.
Yeah. Well, Jane, Ed, Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was like so delightful. Thank you for spending your morning with us. I know it's a little early, especially you, Jane. I know it's your day off. You could be doing something a lot more fun. So thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
No, this has been great. This was a very fun first podcast experience. So thank you for having us.
And now for some events happening this week. Every Thursday on the show, we like to bring you a few recommendations to help you plan your weekend. Here's what we got. This Friday, catch one of the last kickstand comedy in the park nights of the summer at Laurelhurst Park. Blankets drop at 6 p.m. Also, this Saturday, there's a free fine art and crafts festival in the North Park blocks. Art in the Pearl is going from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And as far as I can tell, there are still tickets available to see Kim Gordon of Sonic Youth play at Revolution Hall this Saturday, which is nuts. There's no way that's not selling out by the weekend. And this Sunday, the Hanabi Japanese Film Festival is kicking off at Clinton Street Theater with a showing of Miyazaki's Lupin III, The Castle of Cagliostro. The whole festival looks really great. It's a 2-week series celebrating a wide range of works from Japan spanning from the 1950s to present day. And full fest passes are available for sale. And if you love hearing about local events, we have a brand new perk for CityCast and Hey Portland members. Every Monday, we're emailing a full week's roundup of all of Portland's most fun and intriguing events, handpicked by the CityCast Portland team. It's our latest member-exclusive perk, along with things like ad-free listening to the podcast. You can join our growing member community by heading over to membership.citycast.fm. In the meantime, you can find the links for everything I just mentioned and more on our website, portland.citycast.fm/events. We'll throw a link in the show notes. Well, that's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you at Slim's.